Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. This is your Akim, Adriel Azil, back with another quick lesson. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, praises, and glory to Yahweh, by Hashem Yahweh Shah, by Hashem Rakakadash. Salute to the men I learned this truth from. And this article just came through my news feed regarding, as it's titled, vaccinated people who get affected by Delta variant are almost as contagious as unvaccinated people. Continue on. People who have been vaccinated may be almost as contagious as the unvaccinated if they catch COVID dealing, if they catch COVID, dealing a huge blow to attempt to curb the virus, according to a leaked document from the U.S. Health Protection Agency. The documents also warn that the dominant Delta variant is more contagious than chickenpox. Clinical trials and real-world analysts had previously found that vaccines significantly reduced transmission by people who had been jabbed, raising hopes that this would substantially reduce the spread of infection. However, those results looked at the effect of vaccines on earlier variants that were around before Delta emerged. But the leak of the U.S. Center of Disease Control and Prevention document, which the organization has confirmed to be authentic, suggests the vaccine is not nearly as effective at preventing transmission of the Delta variant. This arrived in the UK in March and has been the dominant variant for around 2 months, accounting for the vast majority of cases now. Each person affected with the Delta variant can on average end up spreading the virus to 8 or 9 others, making it as transmissible as chickenpox. According to the document, the CDC should therefore acknowledge the war has changed while recommending universal mask use, said the document, which is in the form of a slide presentation. This cites research, which is unpublished, pointing out that people who are fully vaccinated might spread the Delta variant at a rate similar to their unvaccinated counterparts. It added that vaccinations were still very worthwhile. However, since these significantly reduce the risk of getting an infection and substantially reducing the chances of serious illness or death if you do. But vaccinated people do still regularly become affected, and their ability to transmit the disease is concerning, CDC says. Vaccines prevent more than 90% of severe diseases, but may be less effective at preventing infection or transmission. Therefore, most breakthroughs and more community spread despite vaccination. Let me repeat that again. Therefore, more breakthrough and more community spread despite vaccination, it said. I think people need to understand that we're not crying wolf here. This is serious. It's one of the most transmissible viruses we know we know about. Measles, chickenpox, this they're all they're all up there. CDC Director Rachel Walensky told CNN News, Dr. Walensky emphasized that students, staff, and visitors in schools should wear masks at all times. The pressure we need to get this under control, they're extreme. The measures you need are extreme, she said. The new findings CDC is using suggest fully vaccinated people who become infected with the Delta variant can carry substantial quantities of COVID-19 in the nostril and throat. It is not known who conducted the research. The purported finding of this document support the idea that Delta represents a game changer compared to even the Alpha variant, and so it feels all the more important to keep current restrictions in place, said Stephen Griffin of Leeds University, who was not involved in the research. Professor Paul Hunter of the University of East Anglia and a WHO advisor added, if it's true that vaccinated people are almost as contagious as the unvaccinated, then it does raise all sorts of issues about how we're going to come out of this. Last night, the CDC said even Americans living in areas of low infection should wear masks, indoor public settings, regardless of vaccination status. The health agency has been spooked by research which they released last night showing that a small number in Barnstable County, Massachusetts, or Barnstable County, Massachusetts, went from reporting a 14-day average of no cases on July 3rd to a 14-day average of 177 cases per 100,000 residents just 2 weeks later. The surge coincided with multiple summer events and large public gatherings in the town of 3 to 17 Slovakia and large public gatherings in the town from 3 to 17 July. That attracted thousands of people from across the country. That is particularly concerning because 3/4 of those cases were in fully vaccinated people. Repeat that again. That is particularly concerning because 3/4 of those cases were in fully vaccinated people. So that means that 3 out of 4 people that caught this Delta variant were vaccinated, were fully vaccinated. So my question here is, what's the point of getting vaccinated? As it says here, let me repeat. It says people who had been vaccinated may be almost as contagious as the unvaccinated if they catch COVID. So, what's the point of these people going on, through their news feed, news media, pretty much forcing people, demanding people, um, pretty much uh, forcing these mandates that people get vaccinated when the vaccine itself has no real what's the word I'm looking for? There's no real protection, for the lack of better words, from this so-called variant that's um, from this Delta variant. There's no real aid by taking this vaccine. So what's the point of people getting vaccinated? It just said that, and also it just said at the bottom, well, I just read at the bottom of this article that in Massachusetts, 3 out of 4 people that caught the Delta variant were fully vaccinated. So this leads me to Job 13:4 that says, "But ye are forgers of lies. Ye are all physicians of no value." True statement.